Hey everybody, this is Christopher Small with CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning, we do probate, we do it well. Today, I want to talk to you about what a life estate is and whether or not you should consider getting one. Before I get to that though, I want to remind you, if you have any estate planning or probate needs or questions that arise from this video or anything else, and you want to talk to me or with us over the phone or in person for free, you can go to estatemeeting.com, pick a time that works for you. All right, estatemeeting.com. Okay. So I just got off the phone with a potential client whose mother and grandmother, somebody created a life estate in their property. To begin with, a life estate is a situation where, let's say I own a property and I say, okay, I want my daughter to own this property. I want to give her this property, but I want to be able to live in the property until I die. And I don't want anybody to be able to take that away from me. I would give the property to my daughter and I would reserve a life estate in the property. Life estate sort of is what it sounds like. You get to live and reside at that property until you die. Okay? Now, people do this for many different reasons. Often they want to gift the property and they want to remain living in it, right? That's the main reason why. I'm not a big fan of this for a few different reasons, but I will say this, however, there may be some Medicaid sort of things that you want to consider when you're doing these. I don't do elder law. I do estate planning and I do probate. That's it. Elder law, like Medicaid planning, is outside of the area of my expertise. So that is where we start. Okay. Can we do? All right. So Gary has a question. Can we do any estate plays with the life estate per autra v? I don't know what per autra v means. My Latin is lacking. So if you have, ask me in English and I'll tell you, or I can Google per autra v and I can answer that maybe tomorrow. So the main reason why I don't like life estates is because it has an effect. Estate taxes. Well, estate taxes. So Gary said, can we do any estate tax plays maybe with a life estate? If you gift away if you gift away the property, life estate measured by the life of another. Gary, you're asking a very specific question. That's hard to answer. Can you do a life estate measured by the life of another? I guess you could do that if you wanted to. You can sort of you have freedom to sort of craft these however you want. But what I was about to say was, you may have some estate tax benefits, like just if you gift your property away throughout your lifetime, you obviously would have estate tax savings when you died because those assets would not be a part of your estate. However, you're going to have some income tax potential problems for the grantee because they likely will take that property at the basis that you have at the time of the gift at best, and at worst at the time that you purchased the property. And the situation we're talking about is where somebody that's living, they give their own property away to someone and they reserve a life estate in it. Often you have a scenario where I die, I give the property to my daughter, and I reserve a life estate for my wife, for example, if I own that as separate property for some reason. So the bottom line is, yeah, you could do that. I don't know why you would want to do that. I guess it would go to just the person. So Gary says, so the potentially last longer than the original donee's life. It could do that. Yes, you could do that. I'm not sure why you would want to do that. If you want, I'm not sure why you would want to do that though, Gary. To go to your wife for longer than she's living. I don't know why you'd want to do that unless you want her to be able to give away that interest to someone else, which you could do. That's probably sounds like a very specific, unique question. I don't know if it has any tax plays. It'd be quite interesting to see how that plays out in like in real life, logistically. I probably would just create a trust and put it in there, and you can lay everything out. So, Gary, hopefully that helps. It's hard without knowing more details sometimes with some of these specific questions, but that's my best go at it right here live. So when it comes to the other thing that can happen too is, by the way, if you have a life estate and you have someone else that owns the property, that person could potentially leverage. You could potentially leverage the property. That person could leverage the property against you, and cause problems for you as the life estate owner of the property. That person wouldn't probably be able to be foreclosed on and have you kicked out because they don't have a complete interest in the property, but they can do some things that you might not like. So if you're going to give a life estate interest, if you're going to give someone your property with a life estate interest, you want to make sure, like dang sure, that you guys are getting along and that you're communicative and that you're able to work things out. Okay. So I thought it was interesting. Something I haven't really talked about here ever before, life estates. So hopefully that made sense. If it didn't, ask more questions. Gary is showing you exactly what we should be doing. I'll be on here. I get notified when you guys leave comments. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you know somebody needs to hear this, if you think it might be interesting with them, please share it with them. And yeah, if you're listening and you want to subscribe someplace so you don't miss anything else, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you for your time. Once again, I am Christopher Small. I'm the owner of CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning. We do probate. We do it well. If you'd like to talk to us more about your specific situation or you have follow-up questions, please go to estatemeeting.com. You can set up a time to talk with us over the phone or in person for free. estatemeeting.com. Thank you so much again for your time. Have a great day. And I will probably be here again to talk to you tomorrow.